So you want shitty podcasts, something to hear when you drive, or some internet loser saying, hey, it's great to be alive. So let's talk nonsense. Hey, why not? We'll soon find out we don't know a lot. But here's one fact I think we both know. You're here now to see the Castoe Show. I hear Castoe in my head. They talk to me,
they understand.
they talk to me.
Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Whoa! Okay. Man,
All right, then.
oh fuck, that reminds me. They did shows in Europe, didn't they?
They did, and that's why that's on my mind. Because
Tight-lipped.
Randy Orton came out in Italy, and everyone was singing along to every word of his theme song. And then he
Do
cut
that
up.
everywhere in Europe.
That's the thing, is that wrestling fans in Europe are an entirely different level. They we're think of the show that we went to, where people were like kind of involved for it. You know, we were paying attention, but they didn't cheer.
I was screaming. Yeah.
Yeah. But like they did the asshole chant, but like people over there were just like, no, we're into it. We are 100%. We're singing along to your theme. We're cheering at everything you said. It's like a month ago or so when AEW did a show in Australia, and everybody was singing along to Edge's theme, and Edge looked like he was about to cry. It's very.
I think it's hilarious how it gets them the most, you know?
Yeah, because it's like they're playing my music.
Oh no, they're singing my music. Wow.
Oh wow.
And then imagine an entire European crowd. And I'm all, there's no holding me back. Oh my god.
It was good because you could tell Edge was trying not to cry because he made that exact same face when he came out for the Rumble in 2020.
Yes. Adam
everybody
Copen-Seedlin, yes.
Yeah. Oh my! Can you believe that in the year of our Lord 2025, there's a wrestler out there named Cope?
Yeah.
And
you fucking loser.
We are 2 months away from Christian being called Seethe.
Ah! Come on! Oh wait, is it Christian? No, I really... Oh god damn it, I'm not going to get pulled into AEW right now.
Let's not get pulled into AEW. It would be bad if we did. You think people don't like us talking about WWE? If we talk about AEW, numbers would plummet.
Yes. We'd go from 20 views to 5. Unbelievable. Also, good little break right now. The algorithm's really been bending us over like a secretary. So, like this. Comment, please. Help us fight against this oppressive Google government.
I hear comments in my head. That reminds me, I have beef to pick with a certain Chinese-owned company.
Oh, the Chinese are going to get it from Mac. Watch out.
And kids, and this is where I turn to the camera like I'm a Looney Tunes character. This isn't going to be made into a short. It can't be made into a short.
No, it won't.
It simply cannot. We made a short that we posted last week at this point. Week before?
Yeah, around there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. About top 5 mustaches of all time. It's a very old bit from a very old episode of the Castoe Show.
Yeah, it was like a month or two ago, a couple months ago, 3 months ago.
A while ago now, because we've been doing this since July?
Yeah.
So, a while ago now. And it was a bit about top mustache, and we mentioned a certain mustache man. Now, the fact that we have to say the words mustache man, and the fact that you know who we're talking about when we say the words mustache man, sort of proves our point. That he sort of made a certain mustache iconic, and that will never be like, if anyone else...
I'm just going to say it, because he's a historical figure, and I am in no way praising the dude. His name is Adolf Hitler.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying the words Adolf Hitler. It's like, not because I acknowledge his existence doesn't mean, I'm going to suck him off. I'm a Nazi. No, don't take those words out of context.
They took those words out of context.
You whores. I think everybody could agree He's kind of, closest thing to Antichrist we've seen in a while.
So here's the thing: we made a short about that, and we posted on TikTok, and TikTok immediately said, "Hold on now, we're holding this up for content." I mean, I go, "Pardon? This has never happened. It's never happened before. Usually, stuff gets shadow banned where nobody views it. Sometimes
love when that happens.
Yes, love when that happens, and I don't get a reason for that either. But this one was like, no, hold on." And then it came back with content was banned actually due to hate speech. I thought I was dealing with a reasonable party. So what happened was I submitted a report that said, "Hey, this is allowed on YouTube and other platforms. In fact, it's doing quite well on YouTube, and it does not have the things that you say it does." And 20 minutes later, and this is how I know TikTok's run by fucking robots and not by anyone with a brain. Because it comes back 20 minutes later with not only is it hate speech, it's also violent extremism. And now you have a strike on your TikTok channel. So by disputing it, by saying, no, this isn't this, it's this, TikTok goes, actually, no. And in fact, you're violent extremists.
Actually, you're a terrorist.
Point to the violent extremism in the TikTok, please. Point on this TikTok where the violent extremism hurt you.
It does anything, this makes me want to become a violent extremist.
If anything,
I wasn't going to be violent before.
Yeah,
but you gave me a strike on my TikTok account for putting up just saying that this man had a toothbrush mustache.
Yeah,
I'm violent.
Yeah, it was bad. It was very so I will no longer be reasonable with TikTok. I will post whatever I want. And fuck you guys at TikTok. We're going to continue to post on you because fuck you. But at the same time, you're a bunch of robots. And if you had a human being who understood nuance and in any shape and form, we would not be violent extremists on your platform.
I think your first mistake was assuming that the Chinese, were reasonable.
Understood nuance? Yeah. If you want to look at me, I'm a European mutt. You look at Antwan. He's unknown nationality, hidden away behind a mask. You want to look around at Nick. He's a Spanish person.
Easy to find out.
Well, one of those is more fascist than the other, I would argue. But we're not violent extremists. And very rarely do we engage in hate speech.
Hate speech is a subjective manner now, isn't it?
Hate speech is a very specific term. And I'm not really
now one time I'll admit, cracking out an 18th century racial slur wasn't the smartest move on my behalf.
That was another thing
that was far away from what I would consider to be actual racism.
That got on TV. That was aired on Key and Peele's sketch comedy show.
Exactly. So, if it's good enough for what the SEC, it's good enough for me.
But they won't let me be, so let me be. Let me see.
They want to shut me down on MTV.
They try to shut me down on Hongshui.
Hongshui! God damn.
Hongshu.
Pull up the picture of Zhao Hongshu. Or a GIF if that's possible.
Yap Dollar. The official meme is Yap Dollar.
Yap Dollar, please.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, honestly, it's this part of the YouTubing stage is a little bit of a drag, isn't it?
I think so.
Because
we're doing the best.
Hold on. Why is it actually called the App Dollar?
Because it says a bunch of bullshit and then flies away. In every video it's on, it very rarely has anything to do with what's being shown on screen. And usually it just starts making dumb noises and then devolves into Xiao Hong Shu and flies away.
That's great.
It is. Oh, it was a meme that was very popular on iFunny for quite a few months. And if anyone posts one, still everyone in the comments goes Xiao Hong Shu, and I think it's very funny.
That's great.
When we can agree on something, I think it's very funny.
Universal praise from the iFunny community. Yeah. That's something I hope to have one day.
You're Hispanic. That's impossible for you to get. and Catholic. That's impossible for you to get.
Oh yeah, all those wasps on iFunny.
Yeah, yes, very much the P in wasp.
Damn them. Don't worry. Hey, we'll work around to iFunny conversion later.
But
But I was just about to say, I feel like we've been doing the best work of our YouTube careers as of recent. All right, we've been putting out some really fucking nice content for you guys.
I think so. I
Yeah.
went into a manic phase editing videos this week of just like
How many videos you edit, Mac?
I edited 4 long-term videos, which I normally edit 2, and then I edited 5 shorts, which I normally edit 2.
Oh my god!
And now, to be fair, 3 of those shorts were like pre-packaged ahead of time, pretty much. But still, lovely. The fact that I don't know, I went into a fugue state and editing some of those long-term videos, where I'm like, I'll just set up the audio for this Kingdom Hearts one because I have to take out the stream mix, and then I enter into like the sort of the what do they call it in the Stranger Things? I enter into the upside down, and it's blackness surrounding me.
Oh,
and then 2 hours later, my eyes open up and the video is done, and I'm like, oh my god,
what Michael Jordan describes the zone.
Yeah, just like Moon Knight, I wake up with a gun in my hand, and also I've edited a 2-hour video.
Holy shit!
Something's happened. You hope it's a miracle.
87 cuts in your DaVinci Resolve. How the fuck did that happen?
Oh, let me look at how many cuts, because one of them was really bad.
Oh my god.
That was like me like 3 weeks ago. I did like 3 Monster Hunter videos in like 1 week.
You're like, man, I just can't stop editing Monster Hunter. And look at that. We're talking about
how many cuts?
Top tier content coming out of Antwan with that Monster Hunter video.
Oh yeah.
Update available for the DaVinci Resolve? No, thank you. I'm not falling for that.
You. Not
I'm seeing 69 cuts for one of the videos.
That's pretty good.
It took me 2 hours.
What was it, Mac? I think you
Par
were
for the
asking
course.
me how many cuts, like in the first video I ever made, and I think it was like 212 cuts or something.
Yeah, and I was like, hell yeah, that's
Jeez.
sexy. And in like a 10-minute video to get 212 cuts? Are you kidding me?
That's dude. No, watching Antwan's video, I feel like it's okay. Remember Black Ops 1 when Mason sees the numbers?
The Mason.
That's what it feels
the
like.
numbers Mason. What do they
That's
mean?
how it feels. I'm just sitting down and it's like memes are getting beamed into my fucking subconscious. I'm just
That one commenter on I think whatever video of ours it was where it was like, this fuels my ADHD brain. That's how I feel watching Antwan's videos.
yes.
Where I feel it's like when my dad drinks Monster and he like wants to go to bed. I feel totally relaxed watching Antwan's videos.
I'm
like,
sorry, your dad drinks Monster?
Yeah, no, he used to. He hasn't done it in a while, but there's
What
actually
kind of Monster? I need to know.
Like it used to be like the classic black can green logo.
Oh, black and green.
And then he went to like the zero sugar, zero
The
whatever.
white one?
The white he did the white one, and I think he also did like the purple ones.
I think your father, even if he doesn't drink it anymore, he should be the face of White Monster.
He is basically a white monster. That is.
He is a white monster.
I was driving with him somewhere once, and he had like a Monster energy drink, and because everyone who drinks Monster and gamers, on the side of the can it had like a code for Halo Infinite or whatever.
Oh, bitchin'.
And I was like pointing it out to him. It's like, see, they think you're like a gamer. They think you're like 20-something years old playing Halo because you drink Monster Energy. And he looked at that can and he looked at me. He's like, I don't think I want to be a gamer. And that's about how he felt about it. And I was like, respect, yeah.
Okay, well,
Actually,
talking
no.
about Monster Energy, my brother just got the new flavor, I guess, from Europe. He keeps talking to me about. He ordered it. It's ultra black.
This is ultra black.
Come again?
No fucking way! It says ultra black.
It says ultra black, and it's from Germany, and it's basically cherry, a cherry Monster Hunter or Monster energy drink. Sorry.
If I may use my German knowledge to translate this, that would be Uber Schwarz.
Uber
Yes.
Dunkel.
Oh, no. Well, Dunkel just means darker. It doesn't mean black,
Yeah. I just like the idea. Yeah.
Uber Dunkel. Sein
Uber
Uber Dunkel. I don't know. That thing looks terrifying, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like the cicada killer gets poured out of that,
Oh my god!
Motor oil.
Did we talk about Cicada Killer on the podcast yet?
I don't think we did, and if we did,
Okay,
fuck it,
okay,
we're gonna
okay.
do it again because nobody really listens to it that much, and we can reuse jokes.
The one bitch that listens to this is gonna be like, "Hey, wait a minute, you repeated a bit."
Love you. Okay.
Love you immensely.
Yeah. The cicada killer. Oh, that was a really fun day. That was a fantastic day.
When Nick came here to visit in March, the Sunday it was the Sunday after we recorded that podcast when you were out here. Yeah. We were just chilling, relaxing. Dad comes back, or Mom and Dad come back, and a friend from Dad's work, and he brings out a bunch of these beers that he got from Barn Door Brewing in Iowa. We tasted some Barn Door Brewing at the
There's
Great Taste
an
of the
Iowa
Midwest.
kind. Yep.
Great Taste of the Midwest, where they had like a pickle beer and a cotton candy beer, and a beer that tasted like a peanut butter and jelly, and a beer that tasted like red velvet cake. And they're all nice.
There was a mix between beers and seltzers, right?
Yeah, there was a oh goodness. Well, the seltzers I think were hold on. The seltzers were they from somewhere else? I don't know. It
might have been the same place.
Yeah, that's the cicada killer, Antwan. So here's the thing. We had a lot of beers that we enjoyed. I would say a majority of the beers that we had we enjoyed.
Yes.
And they're all like goofier beers. There was a couple like straightforward
beer.
Yeah, there's straightforward ales and whatnot. But a lot of them were, goofy beers. And then my dad breaks out the cicada killer, and it is the darkest of the dark. You'd want to talk about motor oil. He poured it into a glass, and it was like sludge coming out of a can.
It moves like cough syrup. It's terrifying.
The viscosity was awful. And we all had our little glasses, our little taster glasses that had it. And it was a bottoms up and a sip, and a lot of people didn't make it past the first sip.
I took it all, bro.
I tried, man. I tried to
that
really.
Awful. Sorry for your loss, Nick.
All 18 inches of that venom, I got it, bro.
It tasted like poison. Like if I didn't know better, if I didn't see the can cracked open, I think that we were the victim of some samurai trying to poison the household. Like,
dude, it was like the hemlock that fucking what's his name drank. It was vile.
That's so crazy.
It both looked and tasted like the tar that killed the dinosaurs. All right.
Here's how bad it was, Antwan. We tried to cut it by mixing it with ice cream. My dad brought out like dilly bar ice cream.
That wasn't half bad. It still tasted like shit.
And it's like when you mixed it with the ice cream, it's like, hey, this is maybe something that can be tolerated. And then you ran out of ice cream, and then you're like, oh god, I forgot. You guys
did a root beer float, but out of alcohol,
out of shitty beer and ice cream. Yeah.
I have never had alcohol be that thick before in my life. Where it's like, it's boozy, but then it's like the most bitter, vile, oily thing. It's like oil without the the silkiness of oil. Yeah, if that makes any sense.
And we discussed this before on the podcast. Sure. I like dark beers. I like IPAs and stuff. This is not it, Chief. This was bad. This was
it was funny.
This was we drank kind of half of it and then we poured the rest out, and we haven't touched it. It was bad.
Okay, speaking of the beer over in that part of the country, there's been something that I've been having a violent craving for, especially now where I'm not doing. I had one day of drinking during Lent. It was St. Patrick's Day. We could get into that in a minute, but I've been needing that spotted cow.
Oh, spotted cow's great, ain't it?
It's so goddamn good.
Sold and made in Wisconsin, and that's it.
It pisses me off. I can't get it. I cannot.
No. If
Why would you show it to me if I can't have it?
It's a treasure that few men can possess.
Don't make me go back to Wisconsin, please.
Spotted cow.
I could describe it as like an
yes, sir. New glass beer. There you go.
Yeah. No, okay. I could describe it as like an American Stella or an American Peroni, where it's so light and crisp and fresh.
It's what when you have the image of like a good beer on a summer day. This is that. It's beautiful.
Oh,
it's gorgeous.
Like for some reason, I could imagine just absolutely crushing like a mountain of sushi and having those on my side.
Oh man, but then you'd have to have sushi in Wisconsin, and that's the thing is that there's a lake there. There's a lake there, but
I think I just have to go and buy like a case and drive that sumbitch home.
Yeah, ship alcohol across state lines. You know, classic.
Rico, baby, come and catch me.
Is there? I once drove with This is true, actually. When I went out to Virginia for a friend's wedding, we bought alcohol in the Airbnb we were staying in to like for the few nights we would be there. And I was left with like 2 half bottles of whatever. Everyone else was flying back home, and I had driven out there as a joke, pretty much. And I was like, "Fuck it, I got a day of travel. I'll stick it in a cooler and just drive, across how many state lines to get back home with these half bottles of alcohol. If I get stopped by the police, I have no excuse. I have nothing." But I did it, and I managed it. And I don't know what the statute of limitations are for shit. But there you go.
Really, nobody gives a damn. That
Exactly.
is the biggest example of no harm, no foul.
Someone who's traveled across state, they don't really care unless you carry like marijuana. So,
Well,
Yeah, dude, beer is just water.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Every drink's just water with some stuff in it, Why are we getting so upset about it?
Now sticky icky is a different issue, The government's
Now,
still not all the way cool with that.
I don't understand. I truly don't understand. I kind of wish they would just make up their minds, Either make it illegal or don't,
Yeah, I hate this kind of halfway shit that we're in.
Where it's like, not technically, but federally I could do something about it if I wanted to. And it's like, grow up. Make a law.
I'm not even a user, but come on, man. Like, I think the far more dangerous of the legal substances is booze.
Amen, brother.
Like, you never see a dude who's high go and, commit acts of incredible stupidity. He just kind of sits down and veggies out.
And most they're a little bit anxious, and you can just be like, "Hey, man, things are fine."
Either they're sitting down on a couch, kind of like really fidgety and not having a good time, or they're sitting down on a couch thinking about Taco Bell.
Yeah. The average Antwan thought of.
Oh, sorry, I just think
Bell.
about Taco Bell on average.
yeah.
Look, just because it's like literally across the street from my work doesn't mean anything, okay, guys?
Where's the Taco Bell across the street from your work?
Right there.
It's like literally down the block. I don't even have to like go across the street.
Oh, next to the In-N-Out, right?
Yeah, next to the In-N-Out and the McDonald's. And it's the cheapest.
I hear they got some.
I know that place.
They got some good burgers at that In-N-Out.
Shut the fuck up, Mac.
Okay.
I love you.
It's setting you up, right, for the home run.
Yeah. Oh, the lob. Oh, the jam. Yes, sir. God.
Have you speaking of weird marijuana stuff, have you ever seen Reefer Madness, or do you know what that is even?
Oh my God! Hold on. I think you're unlocking a terrible memory.
Go for it.
There was a song associated with this, right?
Okay, so here's the thing. Reefer Madness was a film in the 1920s. It was like a black and white cautionary film about the dangers of marijuana, and it was like if you do marijuana, you'll turn into like a murdering psycho, a rapist. I'm not sure if we could actually say those. A murdering psycho and a bad person.
A baby head fucker.
You
Yeah.
say that. It's just a movie.
Okay. And it sort of became like a cult film where everyone after a while was like, wait a minute, this isn't what we know what marijuana does. What the hell is this? And so
what the what?
Eventually it got turned into a musical with God, what's her name? Christian Bell and Alan Cummings. And it was supposed to be like one of them Rocky horrors where it sort of made fun of them conservative types.
Yes.
Over doing them marijuanas and stuff.
That's where I remember the music coming from.
So there is this. You're right. When you say there is a song, yes, but it's not what immediately I was trying to reference. Oh man.
No, that whole thing, Reefer Madness, reminds me of the intro to Pineapple Express.
Mm-hmm. Your dick, my mouth.
Sorry. It's what's his name? It's the dude who always does impressions and used to be one of the big guys in SNL. Now he's like Barry.
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader, yeah, it was Bill Hader just like in fucking World War II garb, like sitting down smoking a joint. Yeah. And then he's, just playing like jazz with his hands. I'm like, oh, this is fun.
Again, that has the your dick, my mouth, and he does the thing with he's pretending to suck a dick, and everyone's like, this is what comedy was in stoners comedies in the 2000s.
This is hilarious, actually.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and then they
Bill
have the
Hader's-
dude in like with the whole fucking the scuba setup go and light this little torch.
Yeah.
He's like bleep blorp spaceman.
God, whatever. I almost ask whatever happened to stoner comedies because it's like they're not really
Gone.
making. They're not really
Reduced
making
to
them anymore,
atoms. No,
are they? Yeah,
I love
No.
stoner comedies, dude. They're some of the best movies.
like Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, Pineapple Express, Half Baked. There's
Harold
one
and
with
Kumar
Anna
go to
Faris.
Gitmo.
Yeah, the way Harold and Kumar go to Gitmo. I mean, you're right,
Friday,
that
next
was-
Friday,
that was-
Friday after the next.
Yeah, damn. It's just like I don't know. Is it just
Because
because like
you
more
gonna get fired on your day off?
Is it because more people use marijuana? Is that why? It's like it's no longer like a funny
but
thing.
even then, like most people don't even care. I think it's a vape situation more or less because more people are angry at that.
People are angry at the vapes.
Yeah, there's like a whole
Just how-
thing about it.
Fucking up your lungs and whatnot.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
any
breathe-
kind of
you're breathing-
inhaled substance.
Yeah, you're breathing in plastics. I think is the idea there, which is you bring in.
Antwan gets enough of that, all right? Antwan works in an auto body shop.
You're not supposed to be breathing in too much besides
that.
God's given air, but like, come on.
Come on, man, it grows from the earth.
Yeah.
God put it here for you and me.
I'm gonna smoke this and then listen to Kenny G and be like, man, I hate smooth jazz. I fucking hate this.
Shut your mouth. I love Kenny G. What's wrong with Kenny G?
Boo. That's just not what I think jazz should be. That's all.
Okay.
I don't. It's
Hey,
Kenny
that's
G's
why they have menus in restaurants, Mac.
Yeah, exactly. Kenny G's fine. It's just like if someone's like, let me put on some jazz, and then they put on Kenny G, I'd be like, okay.
Are we
Like-
doing the bit from La La Land right now?
And kind of we are, but like,
Did we just fall into that trap?
we kind of just remember that time where we would just quote La La Land all the time.
What do you mean remember that time? It's still still a hyperactive thing.
It's when La La Land came out. It was you and me and Kubo, and we would never stop talking about La La Land. Like it was just like it was something that was just on our minds constantly.
I would frequently say "fuck John Legend" just because.
Yeah. You guys would just do the scene where it's them at the club and he's explaining why jazz is awesome.
See, you can't watch jazz. Or no, you can't listen to jazz. You have to see it.
You have to see it.
And then like he would do the whole thing, and I would just like kind of hum Herman's Habit, like as he's going on.
What about Kenny G? What about Kenny G? Like
that movie is so nasty ingrained in my brain. It's terrifying, actually. It's one of the few movies where it's like, oh god, I know everything.
Do you think it's crazy that Damien Chazelle sort of made the same movie twice in Whiplash and La La Land? Do you think that's sort of crazy?
Back to back, those were consecutive movies for him.
Banger after banger,
burger after burger.
burger.
Yeah, no, he was definitely, he had something going on right there. He had an idea and he needed to get it out twice.
And then he cooked up what was that film? First Man? Was it
First Man? Underrated film. I like First Man.
It was fine. It's just like I don't know. It was interesting to be like, oh yeah, Damien Chazelle. Okay, First Man. All right,
Yeah.
fine. Like
Kind of captured the jankiness of space travel, like at least when in the 60s.
oh yeah, when we didn't know what we were doing and we burned those people alive in Apollo 1, which I think about constantly. Is
Reefer Madness.
Apollo 1, which was, hey, listen, we're gonna try to orbit the moon, right? Oh shit, everything exploded and all these people died.
Psych!
Ah.
How many people has NASA killed?
Oh, at least 3 if we're count Apollo 1. And now I have to think about
Antwan, pull up the NASA kill count, please.
Looking.
Yeah, we also that teacher got
Out
got
of
turned
a
into
total
nothing.
of 676 people that have flown into space,
Oh.
19 of them have died.
Holy shit.
Right,
Okay, well that
hey,
can't all be
remember
It
NASA.
has a
all
fatality
be
rate
nasty.
of 2.8%.
I mean, that's better than being president, you know? Like,
I guess.
Actually, yeah. Wow, could you believe it? I don't know. That's why I don't want to be president.
You got to think about this positively, you know?
Wait, no, I don't believe NASA killed 600 whatever people.
No,
That's
600 people.
half of
flown
that's
into
like the
space.
Chinese and the Indian space program.
19 have died, is what Antwan is saying. So if you take into
So
account,
out of 676 people, only 19 of them have died while
Oh,
being flown
only
into
19.
space.
yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty tight, actually.
So
Good
that's like
stats.
the three from Apollo 1, however many people were on the Challenger, and then everyone else.
Yeah, it says the Apollo 1
Yeah.
fire, the Soyuz 1, the Soyuz 11, the Space Shuttle
The
Challenger, and the Space Shuttle Columbia in 2003 is the last known incident that I'm reading here.
Oh, 3. You already know, like over at JPL, they have the same thing that's in like the Simpsons intro, where it's like days since last catastrophic incident.
Da, 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 da. Well,
Yeah, and they're just looking at it like, oh,
those rockets explode all the time. It's just that not everybody's on it, you know.
exactly. Hey, Mom, what's that? What's that little bright spot in the sky? Don't worry about it.
Don't
It's
worry.
a teacher we turned into atoms.
Big Bird was almost on the Challenger launch. Did you know that?
Son of a bitch, that would have been the worst.
That would have been. Can you fucking imagine as a
You
child?
can never use Big Bird again.
As a child, you're what? Because in kayfabe he would have died, brother.
Canonical death of Big Bird.
It's like Vince McMahon dying in that limo explosion. So it's like if it's like for more information, visit NASA.com. You see like a picture of Big Bird.
Oh my god. I'd love to see like Big Bird, like date of birth, date of death, black and white.
And then they
With
have
his
the Big
fucking
Bird
astronaut
Memorial.
suit on.
The Big Bird Memorial Show.
It's Triple H crying at Big
for
Bird's
3 hours.
funeral.
And then they found out that he has CTE, and then they never mentioned Big Bird again.
Ew. What about Big Bird's Mexican cousin? Huh? What about that guy?
Oh yeah.
Oh god, terrifying presence.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Hold on, now I need to look up Big Bird's Mexican cousin.
Oh man.
Big Bird's Mexican cousin. What's your name? Abelardo. Hell yeah.
About what?
Abelardo Montoya.
I'll
That's
get
his
it back
name.
to you.
Abelardo Montoya.
I
What do
love
you say?
Abelardo. He's fucking great.
What are you saying? You're fucking insane.
Cousins, identical huh?
You're fucking insane.
Yes. No, I love that. When Sesame Street acknowledges all the foreign Sesame Street shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay,
and
here,
this is
I'll
my
get them
Chinese
all for
uncle.
you. I'll get them all for you.
Terrifying, but thank you. Yeah, well, hey, I never had ambitions to be an astronaut. I just, I leave that for the crazy folk. Oh, look at that. The Big Bird family.
I wouldn't mind going in like if I ever became, rich, very rich and famous or whatever. I wouldn't mind ever doing the whatever they did to what's his name, Captain Kirk, when they just put him in space for like 20 minutes.
Oh, I could dig that. That would absolutely
It would
suck.
be-
I'm not gonna lie.
It would be horrendously expensive. Don't get me wrong.
Listen,
I'm not
I don't
talking-
think a lot. Yeah, it's like space travel involves a lot of getting your ass jammed into a seat at high G, and that's never really been my thing.
Oh, if you've ever been to the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, they have one of like the big things they have is like a space shuttle simulator kind of thing, where they strap you in your seats and then they like these are the G's that you would experience during like and then it like pushes you down into the seat.
Holy
shit.
crap!
And it's like it's manageable. It's fine if I remember correctly. Like as a child.
How many G's is it?
Oh, it's like two something, right? Two or three
2
something.
G's isn't bad at all.
Yeah, it's not like supersonic travel where you're hitting like 6, 7, 8 Gs. That's like you gotta think about like you're experiencing thrust and liftoff, right? But it's like you're not being flattened to the floor. You're okay.
Understand? Yeah. That's. Hey, that's a little bit nicer. Hey, if we ever get the opportunity, the Castoe show, if it ever takes us to space, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I will not.
You know the story about Jeff Bezos going into space?
No.
A lot of the people who went into space, they see like the beauty and the majesty of like living on this blue marble as
Holy
Carl
crap!
said.
Earth is the most beautiful thing ever. Yes.
Yeah, and then Jeff Bezos was like, "Wow, I have so much room for factories." Like he started talking about like factories orbiting the moon and shit, and I'm like, "Oh my god, fucking Jeff, please!"
And Alexander wept, for he had no more worlds to conquer.
And Alexander rejoiced because he's like, "I could go to Mars, I guess."
Holy shit! I can put a factory in Madagascar.
That's one of my favorite. Alexander Wept reminded me of that the Dean thing from Community, where he's like, "Jesus wept." It's
Antwan, pull up a picture of the Dean.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Ring it! Oh yeah, he was so cool. He was so cool.
If you can find the one where he's half man, half woman, I would fucking love you.
Wasn't he also a centaur?
He was he dressed up in costumes constantly, but the half man, half woman's the funniest one because he's dressed like that and he approaches the gang and he's like, "You know what? I feel like I may have gone overboard with this one. I have to go to the bank today."
This one, yeah.
What am I supposed to tell them?
Thank you, Chuck Lorre. Thank you.
Yeah.
Criminally underrated show, that Community. Fuck. Okay, God, no, the Community episode where they get in the KFC space simulator.
There you go.
Yeah, it's great.
Community's
Finally, a way to tie in Community with space travel.
Oh,
finally, a way to talk about
Community.
Community.
Mac.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Now you're gonna find the Dean in a lot. If you find the one with the Dalmatians, I would suggest not putting that one up. But you can put up a bunch of other ones of him in costumes. Yeah. So
Oh my God, he's cool.
So this is from the clip show episode from season 2, where it showed him coming up for dressed up in all these costumes for the stupidest of reasons. So the Tina Turner one in the top middle one, he's like, "I'm here to remind you to Tina Turner back your clocks an hour."
Oh, I hate him. Yes.
I came, I saw, I conquered the idea of a free Caesar salad bar. It's
my God. Oh
the show's genius. Let's not get it wrong.
I personally endorse the hit show Community and Chevy Chase's magnificent performances in that show.
Chevy Chase, who has gone on record saying, "I don't understand why people think that show is funny."
That show was fucking ass.
Which makes his scenes even funnier to me now.
Even better.
Where he's talking about being streets ahead, and then you can imagine the camera cuts. He's like, "What the fuck is this?"
That was I couldn't. It was literally me watching that show, discovering it. I'm like, oh my God, this is one of the more they're really playing on that racist edge and seeing how much they could get away with Chevy Chase.
Who's your new fling? First name Nunya, last name Beeswax? Ah, my second wife was biracial. God, what a fucking killer bit!
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! His dad had ivory hair.
Yeah, solid ivory is the way to make sure that you don't get the godless Oriental hair on your scalp. And then that's where that line comes from, where Britta's like, "I can excuse racism, I cannot excuse animal cruelty." To which Shirley's like, "You can excuse racism?"
Yeah, Donna from what's her? Oh my God,
from iCarly or from Drake and Josh?
Drinking juice.
Drinking juice.
Yeah,
she was on a lot of those Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah, gosh, that was awesome.
Oh.
I could excuse racism and then just, oh man,
you cannot excuse animal cruelty. You can excuse racism,
huh? Just literally like a Mac, sound effect right there.
Yeah. Oh my God, Britta's in this.
Gambino is so good in that shit.
Oh yeah, just it's a gosh dang shame that he left the show, and I understand why he did when he did.
He had to.
He had to. He had outgrown the nest, but
Troy and Abed in the morning.
You really lose a lot with line deliveries. Troy, you can't ride that in here. Of course I can. It's all terrain, dummy. Like shit like that. It's like,
donde está la biblioteca? Mi amo T-Bone, la araña discoteca. Muñeca, la biblioteca. Es una bigote grande. I used to know it.
It's fine. Or just community bits that we love, and I think that's awesome. It's great.
Yes.
Hey, tying it back to earlier. Hey, put that D&D episode back on streaming, people.
Please.
It's not racist. I don't.
It's not. He's a dark elf.
And that's the whole point, is them going, a dark elf wouldn't look like that, Chang. And he's like, yeah, I'm a dark elf.
God, I watched it and then I saw the news of it. I think like a year or two after I already like seen everything of Community, and I'm like, no, that was one of the best jokes they ever did. It's not like you're putting like Chang in blackface. His skin is literally pitch black, and it's not like African Americans look like that.
Now, this actually brings up a conversation that I've thought about a little bit. There's the Always Sunny episodes where Dee does like her racist characters. You can't find any of those streaming anywhere. Actually.
Are you serious? Those are some of the best.
Yeah. So you have D-Day, and you have that episode where she and Charlie like make all those sketches.
Martina Martinez,
and oh god, I forget the other one, the Asian lady.
Yeah, I can't remember the Asian one. Yeah, not as memorable.
Yeah, but it's like, what is your opinion on that? Because I think the whole point is it's like, yes, they're in bad taste, but everyone knows they're in bad taste except for D.
And it's kind of a running theme of the show. Is that these characters are awful. Like, they're awful people. Nothing to aspire to.
Yeah, and it's sort of interesting to me that, like, they'll keep a lot of, like, Mac's homophobia or Dennis's actual, like, psychopathy or whatever.
Yeah, no, they keep the thing where they imply that Dennis is going to, you know, essay women in international waters. But, no. Martina Martinez, that's over the line.
I don't know. I just sort of feel weird about it.
Shit! Oh my god! What about the Lethal Weapons?
Yeah, those are
they still on there?
No, those are Lethal Weapons.
No, those were literally my favorite episode.
That's the one where like, was it Rob McElhenney, or it was either him or Bird, like fucked up their foot during filmmaking and they had to go to the hospital while in blackface. And they got looks from people like in the hospital. They're like, "It's for a show we're filming. It's for a show."
Guys, please.
That's awesome. In my opinion, that's like, yeah, that's funny. That's funny as shit.
That's awful. Oh my god.
Dude, you're never gonna meet those people again. Like that's like.
Listen. Even the most like battle-hardened actors who do that shit, when they're offset, that has to be the most uncomfortable fish out of water thing imaginable.
I don't even want to think about it. That sounds miserable beyond comprehension.
To be involved in something like that.
Take the embarrassment that
go ahead, Nick.
No, I was like, take the embarrassment that any of us have ever done in public. Fucking Jason dressing up as Goku in public, whatever. Crank that bitch up to 90.
Wow. I can't. It's been a while since I've been embarrassed.
All right, Mac, when are you doing blackface?
200 subs. No, it's not gonna.
For the million subscriber special, everybody.
The 2 million subscriber special. Listen. Here's
Don't be that bad. Give them 1 million. Give them 1 million.
There's that. There's a couple of people I like who've like again
done it.
Yeah. and
some of my heroes have done blackface.
I'm thinking about it, and like again, like, do I think the Always Sunny people are racist? No. Then
absolutely not.
Then what are we talking about? I guess it's just like, do I think racist people are laughing at that? No. Do I think people who hate racism are laughing at it? I don't know.
Oh my god,
that
reminds me.
It's like, do I think it's perpetuating?
Remember when you gave me that copy of Bamboozled?
Yeah, we have to watch Bamboozled. We did.
Okay, here's the thing, Mac. Okay. Here's the thing. Yeah. I left that DVD like out in my room. I think it's just like on top of my desk or something, right? Antwan, I regret to tell you this, but please pull up the cover.
Not for the video, but for your own sake.
Yeah, just don't put it up there. Just know what it looks like. All right. Anybody can Google that at all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was just like on my desk, and my sister, who's dating an African American chap,
boy.
Yes,
was like, go into Nick's room. He left something there. Like, get it for him, right? And he goes in and he looks at my desk, and what does he see? He sees the copy of he sees 2 Men in Blackface. It's a movie on my desk.
Hey, did he read the rest of it? It's a Spike Lee movie. He didn't.
No, he didn't. He just saw the likeness of those two men, and that was a fun conversation to have later. Where it's like, no, I swear, it's a Spike Lee joint, guys.
Read the film. It's a Spike Lee joint. It stars the great. I'm not saying that word. The great actors, Damon Wayans.
God, the Wayans brothers. It's Wayans brothers and Spike Lee. It's hilarious.
What I like is that it says the great black actors, and then it puts Michael Rappaport in there. Are you fucking kidding me? He's white as
he's white as sin.
I almost said he's white as sin.
I said the inverse before, so yes, you can use white as sin too.
Oh man, Bamboozled is one of those movies that it's so fucking hard to get people to buy into because it's like, no, trust me, it's got something worth saying. But
listen, buddy, it's hilarious.
There's an excessive amount of blackface in this movie. Like I'm telling you.
Well, it's black people in blackface. I'd be willing
to watch this movie if you didn't show me the cover of it. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like you just told me. That's what I'm saying. Right? Like it's a Spike Lee movie where he's commenting on like black people in entertainment and how frequently they have to like resort to those old stereotypes of like minstrel shows and whatnot, of like entertaining themselves to like a white America and whatnot.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like we've said this before. I'll say it again. There is no greater racist institution on earth than Hollywood.
Amen.
That's just a fact, all right? That's a fact of life, buddy. Yeah.
Tyler Perry, BET. Huh? What?
I remember the first time I like really kind of felt that shit was in like a theater class in college where we all stood up and we were going like one by one. It's like, what do you read as? What would you get casted as? And I'm like, oh my God.
You would get casted as...
don't racial profile as much as Hollywood or Hollywood casting people do.
Yeah. You would get cast as like the guy who steals shit from a convenience store.
I mean, not me. I got very like odd racial and like mine actually kind of stung, right? Where it's like I didn't even get my race. Like I got like racially ambiguous. Like I couldn't get cast as a Mexican because I don't look Mexican enough. I'm like that hurts. Mm-hmm. It's like I can't play what I am. Fun.
Listen, Hollywood. It's got to be cut and simple. The audience needs to see you and know exactly who you are.
Yes. More Polish. All right. Bigger head. Really big head. That's what I want to see.
I want a big fucking head on this guy.
All right.
I want you to put lipstick on, big red lips. Let's darken the skin. Just a little.
All right. Bring in the Irish.
Bring in the Irish.
They fucking do the river dance thing coming in.
As someone who learned how to do that, it was not fun.
Holy shit, Antwan, you can river dance?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've never seen someone from Sierra Leone river dance, and I would love to see that.
It's been a long time, so I don't know how much I remember, but it's probably just muscle memory at this point.
Antwan, the blackest man on earth, can river dance? Impossible.
It's actually... Antwan was actually in that great film Bamboozled in the year 2000, if you would believe.
Antwan, also the most Chinese man on earth, was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, if you believe.
I believe so. I believe so.
Antwan is everybody, all right? He is every woman.
You know, on the Castoe show, you can watch what you want, then you can go. Make sure you subscribe and like it too. Ooh, and then you'll realize Castoe's here for you.